It's time for the long-awaited discussion about journaling. And it's gonna look a little bit different than a journal with me. Hello, my mushrooms! Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a little unique. Instead of discussing autism specifically, we are going to discuss the benefits of journaling and how journaling has evolved throughout my life. However, since I view journaling through my experiences as an autistic woman, I will definitely discuss the unique benefits for autistic people throughout this video. So, pour yourself a cup of tea and get cozy. Oh, that's good. There's a lot of content about journaling out there. I love journaling, and I'm really passionate about it because it's so beneficial for people. But it can be really hard to find a style of journaling that works best for you. So today, we are going to discuss the 5 most beneficial journaling styles that have impacted me over the years. Maybe one or more will resonate with you. Let's start with number 1, diary. I have kept a diary of sorts for about 12 years of my life, though I prefer to call it just journaling, because apparently keeping a diary is immature. As an undiagnosed autistic girl, this particular style of journaling was really helpful for me, but it can also benefit you for these reasons. Number 1, within number 1. It provides a safe space for you to process emotions. What teenage girl doesn't need that? In fact, who doesn't need that in general? For autistic people, regulating emotions can pose an even greater challenge than our neurotypical peers. So having a safe space to process them is beyond beneficial. It's mandatory. Number 2, it promotes self-awareness. Looking back through my diary journals, I can see exactly how I wrestle with specific thoughts and emotions, how they shaped me. Being able to identify and work through those emotions is a highly underrated skill. But training myself at a young age to work through my emotions made me better able to identify even more complex ones as an adult. Because after all, you can't work through an emotion you can't identify. Number 3, it reveals patterns of thought and behavior. After we were married, I shared my journals with my husband. We've slowly been reading through them together. Not only does this bring us closer, but it revealed recurring thoughts and behaviors and struggles that all pointed to me being autistic. My diagnosis was on paper long before I realized I was autistic, and it's all in my journals. Eventually, this style of journaling phased out for me. Not because I was too old for it, mind you, but because it made me focus on the negative in my life too much. There's nothing wrong with having a safe space to vent, but if that's the majority of your journal and it's the only type of journal that you keep, it may not be as beneficial as other styles in the long run. My journals became too negative for my liking, and even when I tried to write about more positive things, it always went back to negative because it was primarily my space to process hard emotions. So the second style of journaling I recommend, number 2, is a memory journal. In January of 2025, I shifted from keeping a diary to journaling once a day. As you can imagine, my journal is almost full now, and it has already become one of my favorite journals of all time. Not because it's aesthetically pleasing on every page, but because it holds these beautiful memories from 2025 that I wouldn't have remembered otherwise. The preservation of memories is something I deeply value for 4 reasons. Number 1. It keeps your memories from fading away. Did you know that every time you remember something, the memory of that thing alters slightly? The human mind is really only capable of staying in the present moment. While journaling, I noticed that if I missed more than 2 days, it was hard to remember what happened 2 days ago. How much of my life have I already forgotten? I don't want to let any beautiful memories from 2025 go if I could just take 15 minutes and write them down. Number 2. It helps you find the positive even when you're having a rough year. 2025 has been one of the hardest years of my life due to dealing with chronic health issues. But it's also been incredibly beautiful. Training your eyes to seek the positive in each day when every day is hard has great benefits for your mental health. Even though I've been struggling, I wouldn't call 2025 a bad year. And I attribute that partly to how journaling has changed my mindset. Number 3. It reveals your growth in the long run. Looking back at the beginning of the year, I can already see how different things are. How many subtle changes, good and bad, have put me where I am today. I would say this is especially important for those walking through really hard years. There are days I don't feel like I've physically gotten any better, but when I reread what I wrote near the beginning of the year, I'm reminded that that is very much not the case. Number 4. It teaches you to treasure your life. By keeping your eyes open for memories you want to remember, the positive and the negative, you'll find you enjoy your life a lot more because you're actively viewing each day as if it has something special that's going to happen. And spoiler alert, the special things become all of the little positive everyday moments that we forget if we don't write them down. Like when Gavin makes me laugh so hard I cry, or he surprises me with a treat, or I get the sun loopies. And if you're wondering what that looks like, roll clip.
So, I got sunburned today. I don't even know how. I lathered my entire body in sunscreen and somehow I missed a spot. So now we're at Walgreens. No, he's at Walgreens. I'm just sitting in the car. We're here for aloe vera gel stuff. Why is the sun so bright? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, good times. The third style of journaling I recommend is a special interest / hyperfixations journal. Quick note, if you're new to my channel, I often use the terms special interests and hyperfixations interchangeably because I believe they are the same thing. If you would like a breakdown of those two terms and why I think they are one and the same, please watch my video, Are Special Interests and Hyperfixations Really That Different? I'll link it above right here. In addition to my memory journal, I started my very first hyperfixations journal in July of this year because I wanted to create a space where I could nerd out about literally anything my mind was focused on. It went from brainstorming a sequel to K-pop Demon Hunters to creating a Jellycat Bunny wishlist, to discussing any topic I couldn't stop thinking about. The benefits of keeping a hyperfixations journal include, number 1, it gives you a space to nerd out about whatever's on your mind. As an autistic person who hyperfixates on something, if not multiple things, at all times, it's really beneficial to have a place where I can info dump without involving anyone else, because sometimes my info dumping annoys people, so everybody needs a place where they can just, Number 2, it can be a great way for you to connect with loved ones. This journal became a really great way to connect with my husband, as once a week we would walk to a coffee shop and discuss what I wrote together. This dedicated time gave me an opportunity to info dump and share my current hyperfixations with him. I didn't realize how much I needed that until we started doing it. Number 3, it provides a timeline of your fixations. You can look back on previous spreads and see how long you were fixated on a particular thing, whether or not it ebbed and flowed in intensity, etc. I personally love this because it feels as though I'm keeping my special interests / hyperfixations close to me. However, as my hyperfixations ebbed and flowed, I found myself hesitant to write in this journal until I deemed a particular thing was taking up enough space in my head to be considered a hyperfixation. At the point I considered it a fixation, though, I already lost writing down a good portion of the thoughts about whatever that thing was. And that's when I discovered the fourth way of journaling, Commonplace. Unlike a diary, which focuses on internal reflections, personal thoughts, and events, Commonplace journaling is the practice of collecting external reflections from all kinds of sources. It becomes a personal encyclopedia of quotes, facts, lyrics, and ideas from books, articles, videos, and podcasts. You name it, you could get information from literally anything. This style of journaling originated from ancient Greece and Rome, gaining popularity in the Renaissance, and was utilized by Mark Twain, Virginia Woolf, Leonardo da Vinci, Thomas Edison, Isaac Newton, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington, just to name a few. The benefits of commonplacing include, number 1, it turns passive content consumption into active content consumption. Rather than mindlessly scrolling, clicking the next video, switching tabs, or immediately picking up the next book, you start to actually listen and remember what you've watched or read because you're actively looking for things that stick out to you. Number 2, it provides a space to reflect. It's not just a book to store quotes and excerpts from books and articles. It's a place to reflect on anything that stands out to you. If you stuff your brain with information without giving it any time to process, sleep does not count, you won't remember much of anything. Your brain needs time to actively chew on a thought before it digests it. And commonplacing gives it the space to do so. Number 3, it stores wisdom and interesting topics of discussion. I know for me, I have a really hard time sometimes putting my thoughts into words, so having them written down at all times and with me makes it super easy to whip it out and discuss something I found interesting. My Commonplace Journal is a little less traditional, as it combines several styles of journaling into one. I have found that works best for my brain. It gives me a place to collect information of all kinds, reflect on them, and discuss it with others, but it's also a safe space to nerd out, annotate books or content, and just be creative. It gives a really good snapshot of where my brain is by revealing what I'm currently thinking about. Which brings us to the fifth and final style of journaling that I'm going to talk about today, and that is artistic journaling. I don't have a journal dedicated to this specific thing alone, but I like to intersperse my Commonplace journal with artistic pieces. If a song or a quote really resonates with me, I'll create a spread about it, using stickers and ephemera to really bring it alive. This form of journaling is really beneficial for processing raw, unrefined emotions. I see it as a creative twist on a diary. While a diary may discuss an event with words, what happened, how it made you feel, artistic journaling brings an emotion to life with song lyrics, poems, quotes, and/or visuals. My artistic spreads range from decorating a page for a quote that really speaks to me, to creating a whole spread across multiple pages for a song that perfectly describes an emotion I'm experiencing. Art is a powerful tool. It can take pain, for example, and turn it into something beautiful. The best part about artistic journaling is that there are no rules. Anything goes, just paint, draw, doodle, or sticker your way to satisfaction. There is no right or wrong way to journal. Some people have like 7 separate journals, each with a different theme. And if they can keep up with that, more power to them. I personally like to keep about 2 or 3 journals at a time. I find any more than that sacrifices the quality of all of them because I'm spread too thin. Right now, I have 2 journals. One for memory keeping and one for commonplacing. / artistic journaling / hyperfixation journaling, whatever you want to call it. This is everything. I'm not super strict on the rules for either of them either. Just whatever kind of goes. Sometimes my memory journal looks more like a diary page, and my commonplace journal is mixed with hyperfixations and artistic spreads. That is what works for me. Have you tried any of these styles of journaling? If not, did any of them intrigue you? Journaling may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think everyone can benefit from it if they found the right blend. See what I did there? If you enjoyed this video and you want to become a mushroom among wildflowers, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel or my blog, and I will see you in the next one.